Hello everyone, and welcome to my final video of 2022. This year has been it's been something, I'll say that. Not a good year, not a bad year. We did get a lot of cool Sonic stuff. I'll definitely say that's some of the best things of this year. And all around, this year was a pretty cool year, I suppose. Lots of cool things did happen for me this year. I got lots of good Sonic plushes. I turned 15, and lots of other things. Also, another thing is that I finally got the GE Jet the Hawk, my most wanted Sonic plush of all time. That was a big moment for me, and I was so glad to own that plush. And so now, I move forward on to 2023. Let's hope for that year to be good. Hopefully, maybe. And so, now it's time for me to do last video, and that is my Sonic plush collection currently. It's gonna be a little bit outdated in a few days since I ordered the Methless plush, but honestly, I don't really care, because, well, that's future's me problem. So, time to do my final video, my Sonic plush collection, so let's jump on in. And no, I'm not doing it in any real order, I'm just doing it from, I don't know, main characters or whatever. I'm just gonna do like my main characters first, and then some extra plushes I have left. So I'm gonna do like my Tony Jazzbear stuff first, and I'll save GE for last. Okay, so first off, starting, we have the Jazzwares Modern Sonic plush. This is like one I got from a CVS a few years ago, and I don't know. So basically, this is my first Sonic plush ever. Let's get that straight. This is my first one ever, back when I wasn't a giant fan of Sonic, when I was only, starting to figure out what Sonic was and stuff. And so I found this guy at a little CVS. You know, that one little tiny store. And I found him, and I wanted him. So I got him. And he's pretty good. He's not in the best condition, and yes, if you see I'm bleeding at the thumb, don't bother me about it. So anyways, so basically, he's not in the best condition because he did get his legs torn off accidentally by my big brother. It was an accident, so don't bother him about it in the comments. I don't know, he doesn't watch my videos, so I don't know. So his tag is definitely faded. But if you look closer, you can still see a little bit of the Sonic logo in there. But it's definitely faded. I might have to cut it off soon, maybe, or whatever. Now, I want to get a new one. Not to replace this one, because no, I'm not going to replace this one. I'm going to keep using this one for videos. I just want to get a new one, just so I can have, a fresh, new condition to Jazzwares Sonic. And they're not that hard to find. They're pretty cheap, actually. They're only $30 or something. Which is a lot of money sometimes, but, So, yeah, he's a little dirty. I would clean him, but I've already cleaned him too many times to the point where if I keep cleaning him, he'll keep getting ruined. And because stuffing and water don't mix well together sometimes, and they can, frick up your plushes. So, I can't wash him anymore. But, I'll say he's still my favorite Sonic plush, and all around he was very well loved, and I really love this guy forever. Okay, next up we have the bootleg Sonic X Tails plush. This is a bootleg based off of this one company that made these Sonic plushes based off of Sonic X. It was a Sonic, Tails, and a Knuckles based off of that set, and bootlegs started coming out based off of them, and this was the bootleg I got. But even if it's a bootleg, he's still very well loved. I really still love this guy, even though he's a bootleg, and I really don't like bootlegs often. Something about him just has this kind of charm to him, and he looks really good, honestly. And how to tell that this is a bootleg and this is official? The official version of this plush has the kind of material that can deteriorate over time, crease or whatever it is. I don't really know. It's kind of some weird stuff that makes it look metallic or whatever. I don't really know, but whatever. And his eyes did get scratched sometimes, but usually I sometimes fix that with either permanent marker and white paint. So yeah, so he's still pretty good in condition, I'll say. His tails look weird because they're not yellow, but that's what he looked like from day one. I tried cleaning them off, but it don't work, so I don't know. But still little cute tails. And the reason I don't replace them with the official one, because I have plenty of official Modern Tales plushes, because I don't want to replace them, because this one is still really good, scales pretty well with some of my other plushes. Honestly, I just don't want to replace them. It's still a really good plush. Okay, so next up we have the Tomy Classics Modern... Or restart that. We have the Tomy Classic Knuckles plushie. And this is the Knuckles I use for my videos. And you're probably wondering, why do I use a classic Knuckles instead of a modern one? Well, it's because modern Knuckles plushes that are this size are kind of hard to find. Like, the only ones that I really want to use are like the Sine one, but that's hard to find. And I know GE made a modern Knuckles, but it's too big and it'd be bigger than my Sonic, so I'm kind of just stuck with this one, but that's okay, because I like using this one. Makes him look cool. And also, he's, I believe, a 25th anniversary plush, and he's still in pretty good condition, I'll say. I got this from for Christmas back in 2016, and my grandma said he was literally the only one there, so I guess Knuckles is just the more common one of the set. Also, I really want to get the other ones in the set, too. Something on his back that's bothering me. I don't know what that is, but get rid of it. There we go. So yeah, hopefully I'll get the other ones in the set soon. But in the meantime, here's Knuckles. Yeah. Next up, we got Sonic's waifu herself, Amy Rose. So, this plush is a pretty good plush. I really like this one. It scales very well with my Jasper Sonic. And honestly, I really like it, because also another thing is that her hair's bang things are starting to kind of split, but I can easily super glue that and fix that. Her tag is under her dress. I'm going to try to pull it up, and so none of you furry uglies out there are trying to look underneath a 12-year-old's dress, you motherfucker. So there's her tag right there, so pretty good tag. And I think it was very well hidden underneath her dress, so it's pretty cool. So, yeah, very good Amy plush. Next up, we have Pingus himself, Dr. Eggman. So, this is the Tomy Eggman, and I say this is probably the best modern Eggman plush I've seen. One of the best ones, because he scales very well with my Sonic. And honestly, he just looks like so accurate and like very good. I just don't know what the whole point of this finger is, but I really like it. It's pretty cool. And he does have a mouth underneath there. It's just kind of hidden because of his freaking mustache. But honestly, it's okay if I don't see his mouth, because his mouth kind of looks ugly anyway. So, whatever. So, there's Eggman. Next up, it would only be fair to review these guys at once. So, we got Mighty and Ray. So, I got Mighty back in 2020. I paid like $30 for him on eBay. And it wasn't even the same one in the picture, but you know what? It's okay, because at least, you know, this one is way better than the one in the picture anyway, so I don't care. So yeah, so this one, still a very good plush. And I still actually have the tag somewhere, because I actually like to keep the tags to my plushes, because I do that, so don't question me. And next up we have Ray. He was the most recent release by Jakks Pacific. And, yeah, they're both Jakks Pacific plushes. This one was the most recent one. Because, this one, I feel like, because I think, like, this plush was supposed to come out, like, 2 years ago, but then it kept, I think, maybe got delayed, and people thought it was canceled or whatever, but then finally, by some god, blessed us with this guy. Now, my only problem is that Ray is way freaking bigger than Mighty. See that? Now you're probably wondering, why not get the bigger Mighty? Because I don't want double Mighties. Because this one, the new one's basically just a bigger version of this one. The new one's just lame looking, and this one looks way cooler. So yeah, so that's my only problem with the Ray plush. Other than that, they're both really cool plushes. Next up, we have the Jack Specific Classic Tails plush and the Jack Specific Classic Amy plush, or you guys might know them as, hold on, let me pull that down. As you might know them as Milo and Daisy in my Sonic plush series, because they are my original characters, even though they're clearly just Tails and Amy plushes. They're more of my original characters to my channel, as they're like, hold on, what was my line? So yeah, these are more of my original characters, because this is originally called Tails' clone before I gave him a name of Milo, because, you know, something cool like that. It was gonna be Miles, but then I thought, like, that's kind of unoriginal, so I just named him Milo, because that's something I can do. And this was Daisy the Hedgehog. Now, fun fact, in my Apocalypse video that came out in January of this year, I named this character Aurora the Hedgehog, but then, that's because, here's my plot twist. You see, she didn't have a real name at the time. Aurora was her middle name, so they just called her that until she got a real name, which was Daisy. So, if you were confused by that, well, there's your explanation. I can't announce my freaking words right. So there you go. Yeah. And next up, we have, the Jack Specific Baby Sonic plush, aka Blue the Hedgehog Sonic Son in my plush series. And, either that people say this plush is ugly, I, don't see ugly, I see cute, in my opinion. I don't know. But I really like this plush. It's a very cute plush, and honestly, I just really like the looks of it. I don't know, there's something about it I just like about it. So yeah, so like I said, this is Sonic Son in my series. Yeah, so yeah. Next up, we have Orbot. He's the Tommy Big Head Sonic Boom Orbot plush. The only Orbot plush, and sadly, they were gonna make a Cubot plush to go with him, but it got canceled, like a lot of Tommy crap. So, yeah. So, hopefully, like, maybe some other toy company, like Jax or something, will make one. Hopefully, please. Or something. Or GE, maybe. Or I might have to buy custom or something, or whatever, but I'm probably not gonna do that. But, I don't know. But, anyways, there's Orbot. Next up, we have Vanilla the Rabbit, aka, Cream's mom. This is basically just a generic pink rabbit plushie that I have because Vanilla doesn't have an official plushie yet. I say yet because hopefully a GE will make one. I messaged them, they say, hopefully, they said they're waiting for approval from Sega, so hopefully Sega will approve of that. I mean, they approved the meth list from Sonic 06, so they can approve of Cream's mom. But, yeah, so, yeah. Next up, we have Cream's dad, Coffee. This is another original character of mine, because Cream doesn't have a dad in the game, so I was like, wait, I wonder if I should add Cream's dad to the movie, you know, because he made his debut in Finding Cream, my movie. Fun fact, my original idea was for Cream's dad to be the one behind the kidnapping of Cream, and he was originally going to be the main villain before him having a change of heart at the end. But I decided just to make him a really nice guy who got kidnapped for about 6 years and was saved by Cream. So, yeah. Okay, so now we're done with all of my main characters that I use for videos. Now we're going on to the extra plushes. Oh, I almost forgot the little itsy bitsy Knuckles plushie, aka Claus, Knuckles' son. There you go, buddy. Okay, that's it for mainline characters, my main characters that I use for videos. Now here's for extras. Starting with the Jack Specific Jade Wisp plush. When I heard they were making a Wisp plush, I was like, yes! And, made Jade. So, I'm glad. Hopefully they'll make, like, other species of Wisps, like Yacker, and maybe the Rocket or Spike one. I don't know. Or maybe some action figures of them. That'd be like kind of cool, you know. But yeah. And I do have an idea for the Wisp plush that's coming soon. Next up, we have Movie Tales. This is a character that I use in my movie Shadow's Last Stand. And honestly, this character is a pretty good character. Honestly, this character was meant to be mostly a one-time character, only used for my movie, but then I have a new idea with him for a new movie. But that's to be continued, so stay tuned for that. So, yeah. Also, I plan on hopefully getting the rest of the movie Sonic plushes, like movie Knuckles and movie Sonic, but well, they're not easy to find. Next up, we have the Kid Robot Sonic and Kid Robot Tails plushie. Now, this plush I never used for a video. This one I did. This one was the evil clone in The Clone Problem. Sorry if my voice just got a little bit loud there. I was itching my nose. So I'm kind of sick, you know. It's bothering me. But anyways, so I used this plush as a evil clone Tails in that one video I made. The Clone Problem. But this plush I never used, but I might use him. Not to replace that one, but I might use him for a video that's coming soon. Possibly, I'm not positive, but maybe. Next up, we have the Tomy Classic Super Sonic plush. This plush is actually like super cool, because at the time, this was the second official Classic Super Sonic plush, and it was a big deal, because Classic Super Sonic didn't get like a lot of merch back then, like, because, I guess, like, he was kind of rare character to get merch or something. So this was the second one. The first one was from the infamous Sonic the Fighters set. And, you know, now Classic Super Sonic plushes can be found in Spade. They're very easy to find. Classic Super Sonic gets plenty of merch now. They're making action figures based off of him. More plushes. As the Jax one made one. They made a re-release and stuff. So yeah, the Classic Super Sonic, not that hard to find anymore, but this is still a really cool plush at the time. Next up we have this random Tomy Classic Eggman plush that I got. Just fixing his little cape thing. And the reason I have this plush is because, well, for the sake of having a Sonic plush, really. Next up we have the Tomy Vector plush. This is the original Vector I used to use for my videos until I got the GE one for Christmas last year. So, yeah. Next up, we have this random little Tomy Classic Knuckles plush that I got. I really just got this plush out of pure randomness. Next up, we have this Tomy Sleeping Sonic emoji plushie. And this other emoji plushie, which is Sonic winking. Yeah. Next up, I have the Jack Specific Dark Chow plushie. Very good plushie. Oh, dust and stuff on them, kind of. It's kind of annoying to find, but whatever. So, I got this plush about a few months ago, along with Ray. Got him, like, the day after I got Ray, so score one for me, huh? Got 2 Sonic plushes in 1 weekend. But, yeah, so pretty cool plush. Alright, so these next 3 ones are my last Jax plushes. This is the Modern Sonic one, the 30th anniversary version, not the re-release they did, and the Shadow one, which was also a 30th anniversary plushie. And finally, we have the classic Jax Specific plush. Jax Specific Classic Sonic. Okay, almost done with this. So, next we have this little Tomy one. Pretty cool. Another Tomy. And the Jax. I forgot about this one. Jax Cheese the Chow and little Chow plushie. Okay. Finally, we have this. We have this little bootleg Shadow plushie. It was my first one before I got the GE one. So yeah. So that's it for all these plushes. So next up, we have the Gorse go on to the GE boys. Okay, well this is gonna be a pain, but let's try to get this through. So first up, we have the GE Modern Sonic. This is a very good plush and was given to me by one of my mom's friends, and I'm very grateful for it. So thanks, dude, if you're watching by some chance. Next up, we have the GE Modern Amy plushie. Very good plush. The only problem is that her dress won't stay the frick down. Give me a minute. Alright, so I managed to fix her dress and whatnot. Because it's always, like, so, you know, high up, and it's really hard to pull it down. But, yeah, so very good plush. Next up, we have the GE Modern Tails plushie. This one I was originally going to replace my bootleg one with, but I decided to keep this one because, well, you know, its hand stuck to its tail, and I know I could cut it off, but I'm not going to because this is a GE plush and it's a collectible. And GE plushes are very valuable to me, so I would never rip it off. Next up, we have the GE Shadow the Hedgehog plushie. Got this for Christmas back in 2020. Have this thing for about 2 years now. Next up, I have the GE Vector, GE Espio, and GE Charmy. Got all three members of Chaotix, and pretty cool. Next up, we have the GE Silver the Hedgehog. This is my third GE plushie. And also got Blaze the cat. Yeah, very good. Next up, we have this GE Modern Sonic. This is like the new one that came out last year. Really odd plush that they would release a new Sonic one. I guess maybe because that one is a little too big and they wanted this one to scale with the other ones, I guess. So, whatever. Still cool plush. I guess it's also a little based off of the original Sonic X one, so they're cool. And so we got the Werehog plushie. And really good plush. Really like this one. I like using him for Halloween videos. Next up, we got this little Neutral Chow plush. Next up, we got GE Posable Tails plush I got from Christmas about a few days ago. Yeah. Next up, we have the GE Neutral Chow plushie, aka Ruby the Chow in my plush series. Next up, we got Tangle the Lemur and Whisperer the Wolf. Whisperer is soon be introduced into my channel, and what's gonna happen with her is a very big plot twist. You're gonna have to stay tuned for that. What happens next is shocking. Darn man. I'm cringe. Next up, we got the Babylon Rose. We got Jet the Hawk, of course, the main man himself. We got Wave the Swallow. And of course, the chunky boy, Storm the Albatross. Next up, we got Cream the Rabbit. We got Cheese the Chow, aka Neutral Chow plush. I do plan on putting on a little bow tie on him if I get some double-sided tape. And the GE Emerald plush to go along with her. Next up, we have my original GE Knuckles plush before I got a new one. The reason because he was missing all of his little shoot pad things, so I drew on new ones with permanent marker, and he had a hole in his head when I got him, so I had to, yeah, he's not in the best condition, but I still love him. Next up, I have the GE Tikal plush, one of the new ones that came out this year, and the GE Chaos plush, aka Chaos Zero, because this is his first form, so yeah. Next up, we have Super Sonic and Super Shadow. Very cool. Super Shadow also made his video debut this year, so that's pretty cool. We got Infinite the Jackal from the Masonic Forces. I'll definitely say Infinite was probably one of the best things to come out of Forces, honestly, because I found him as a pretty cool character. And, yeah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put him right there, next to Whisper, hint hint. Next up, we have the GE Posable Sonic, Metal Sonic, and Rouge the Bat. And next up, we have Big the Cat. Big the Cat! Next up, we have the Classic Sonic plushes. We have Sonic, Classic Sonic, Classic Tails, aka boy looking like a Megamind.
There is no Easter Bunny. There is no Tooth Fairy. And there is no Queen of England.
Okay, that kind of was not funny. Sorry. And we have Classic Knuckles. Now, interesting thing about this Classic Knuckles plush, this is actually a original release from 2014. As you can tell, this has like a more white paper type tag. Like it's more, hear that? It's more like that kind of tag instead of like a smooth, silky tag that the newer ones have, like the newer releases. And you can also tell because it, legit says it. Like, what tag? Production date 8th of that's August of 2013. Okay, cool. So that's pretty cool. And wondering how I got the original version of this plush? I got it from an antique store. Next up, we have the GE Classic Amy plushie. Little cute plushie. I've been trying to get this plush for years, but it's always like too overpriced on Amazon. It's so freaking ridiculous. But luckily, I managed to get one. So yeah. Next up, we have Pringers. We have Classic Robotnik. Classic Eggman, aka Dr. Robotnik. And finally, to end my GE collection, we have the GE Fang the Sniper plushie. So that's all of my GE plushes. It's quite a lot, and I've almost, in fact, completed the GE Sonic plush collection. I am, in fact, only missing the Dark Chow plush, E102 Gamma, and Modern Eggman. And I know there's a Modern Knuckles and a Mighty plush coming soon, but those are currently pre-orders, so they don't count. And now I shall pull up my other collection just to show off my entire collection. So, hold on. My camera has a hard time pausing because it doesn't want to freaking listen to me. And with that, there is my entire Sonic plush collection. It is a pretty big collection, if I do say so myself. I really like this, and, well, I feel like none of this would have been really possible without you guys, because you guys always keep encouraging me to keep going, making great vids, and I really love you guys, and I'm very grateful for all the plushes I got, grateful for my family members getting them for me, grateful for basically everything. So I'm very happy with my collection. I'm glad to have the ones that I have, and, well, let's hope for 2023 to be a pretty good year. Thank you guys for what I think was a pretty okay year. Not bad, not good, but not horrible. So, thank you guys for a pretty good year, and I'll see you guys in 2022. Bye-bye.